So you've met your dream wife and your bags are packed to start that dream life. But living the dream in Thailand can very quickly become a nightmare. I'm going to tell you about 5 things you need to consider before you jump on that plane and start living the dream. Boy, it's another steaming hot day today. And that is actually what I want to talk about first, the weather. Thailand is known for its extreme weather, but for most people visiting Thailand, they don't experience it. They probably come November, December, January, February, that kind of time period. And that is the coolest time to visit Thailand. What a lot of people don't experience is the rest of the year. And it is that rest of the year that the holiday brochures tell you not to go, because it's not great. It's either stinking hot or pouring it down. And there's kind of almost nothing in between. You don't get many nice days. They're always absolutely swelteringly hot. Is that a bad thing? Well, when you get used to living here, you tend to do less and less during the day. You do it early morning or late afternoon, evening, or better still, at night. And that's like what Thais do. You know, I've seen people making videos of places like Kaen, like here, and they complain saying, there are no people around. That's because they go out at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when it's absolutely stinking hot. Most people, they'll stay indoors. They're either working or under a fan or air conditioning. And that's what most people do, because there's not a lot else to do. Right now, I'm hiding in the shade because 5 minutes walking outside in that sun, you start to burn. And that is no exaggeration. And then that's just the hot season. You know, in places like Kaen, it's either hot or hotter. That's it, there's no exception. Beyond that, you have the rainy season, when it tends to rain after rain, heavy, heavy, heavy rain that causes flooding. And it's just another extreme in Thailand. The weather is right at the extreme. It's something you really have to consider, and what I would do if I were you is come to Thailand during a different time period. Come 3 or 4 times. And I believe it's pretty much the same in the whole of Southeast Asia. All the countries are the same. It's like either hot or raining. And come here in April, May, June, July, August, September, in the rainy season, the hardcore rainy season, when it's either a million degrees or it's pouring it down. And they really are that extreme. So I suggest come and do that. And if you still love it, some people do. I love the rain. When it rains, I adore it. I really, really do. But it's not for everybody. Here, bit dark. No, it's a bit echoey. Okay, this location is perfect. And that is what I want to talk about now, location. I've seen it so many times where someone's come to Thailand, they've fallen in love with it, they then meet the girl of their dreams, they then decide they're going to sell everything, come to Thailand, build that dream house and live happily ever after. Doesn't always work, does it? And one of the main problems is they don't research the location that they're going to up sticks and go and live in. I find that really, really bizarre. They'll come to Thailand on their beautiful holiday. They'll go to Phuket, Krabi, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, Hua Hin, Bangkok, wherever it is, the real tourist areas. And who can blame them? Great. But then they come to Thailand thinking that all of Thailand is like that. They've met the wife. She's from, I don't know, Boredom. She's from Khon, she's from Udon. And I love these places, but I keep emphasizing they really are not for everyone. If you go to the north, you go to Isan, the northeast, you go to the central part of Thailand, or you go to the south, unless you're in a tourist area, it becomes normal very, very quickly. Some people love it, some people grow to loathe it. They really genuinely do. So what I suggest is, if you're going to live somewhere, go to that place first. Go and stay there for a month. Go and meet other foreigners who live there. Talk to them, you know? I think it's quite important. If you don't talk to anyone, you're just never going to know until you've actually gone, built the house, and it's too late. You've poured all of your savings into it and you've got nothing left. That just seems really daft to me. So just go, experience it. And don't just go and look at the field that your missus owns. Go and look at, is there a city? What's there? Is there a bar for foreigners? Is there a way for you to let off steam and go and have fun and go and talk, have a pint or do whatever and talk to like-minded people? Because that's another thing, that you're going living in the middle of nowhere and your missus may be back near her family and she may spend more time with her family. Not a bad thing, this could be a fantastic thing, but it can quite quickly and quite easily make you feel more isolated. That's something you really need to consider. So go and look, go and see where you think you're going to live. Yeah? Sounds a bit simple and a bit easy and a bit obvious, but you'd be amazed how many people I've met over the years. Remember, I've been here 20 odd years, I don't know how many now, who come to Thailand and they come to places like Kaen, and they love it at first, as you do, but then once that honeymoon period's over, the bubbles burst, it becomes normal, they quite often just disappear and go back to where they come from. And often they've wasted thousands and thousands of pounds, dollars, whatever you want to say, if not their entire life savings. Oh, my stomach's rumbling, I'm so hungry. And that's the next thing I want to talk about. Food. Now, you might think I'm talking complete and utter madness when I talk about Thai food and being a problem in Thailand. That is excellent grapao. But the problem is, for many people coming to Thailand, when you're on holiday, you're in that wonderful, positive mood, everything's great in the world, you're so happy, and who wouldn't be? You're on holiday. But when you get to live here, sometimes eating rice every day, eating noodles every day, it really can get you down. It sounds stupid, possibly, I don't know, but there's a time when you move here that you really start missing the comforts of home. It took me about, actually, to be honest, it took me about 5 years. But even I love Thai food, I absolutely adore Thai food, but I still went through that mood. And it took me about 6 months to get over it. And that was, I just became incredibly bored with Thai food. Because it's not the food you grew up with. You can't just live on Western food for your whole life. Now, some people do, or try to, but just as much as you get bored of, or you can get bored of Thai food, I think you must get bored of Western food, because two things. One, it's ridiculously expensive compared to Thai food. And two, it's made by Thai people generally, and the ingredients are quite often Thai, and it's not as good. So anyone who's going to stay here permanently, you will start to just eat Thai food. Unless you're one of these super rich people who can go to places like Tops and go to the gourmet section and get all of the best foods that you pay way over the price for, over the odds for, sorry. That's up to you, it's entirely up to you. But for me, and thousands like me, you can't afford it. I like to buy the odd luxury. Now and again I'll buy a couple of pies. There's actually, in Khon, there's a pie shop that does like meat and potato pies, mince and onion pies and all kinds of things like that. I'll probably buy like 4 of those a month, and I may have 1 a week. Something like that. It's treat food, you know? Like when you're in England or America or whatever, you'd occasionally go out and have Thai food. It's the other way around. I occasionally have Western food. But there will come a time when you will get bored of noodles. You will get bored of rice. And then it's sort of, I felt anyway, you go all the way around and it's okay again. But for some people, they just can't stand the sight of rice. I don't know, I know, actually one of them, he's died now, unfortunately. He would never even touch rice, just wouldn't eat it. So I don't even know what he ate every day. And he did like his expensive English stuff. So yeah, so food is an odd one, but it's definitely something to consider. Okay, next I want to talk about lang u aji. Lang u ji bei raya. Lang u ji baraya. I'm talking about the language barrier. Just like I can't speak chicken, one of the major problems for foreigners coming over to Thailand to live is, in fact, as I've just said, the language barrier. It's a real big problem. Many foreigners have to hide behind their wives who do everything for them. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's all too easy to do that because you can communicate in English with your wife and your wife can obviously talk Thai to whoever. Now, that's okay at first, but I'm pretty sure that you're not going to do absolutely everything forever with your wife. You're going to want to go out and do your things by yourself. Like for me, my wife is a lecturer at university. Her English is superb. She actually teaches English. And I could easily just hide behind her all the time. But it would mean sitting at home all day doing absolutely nothing. And I really don't want to do that. I like going out, I like doing things, and I love meeting Thai people. If you can just learn a little bit of Thai, life's so much better for you, I promise. I remember when I first came to Thailand and my Thai was zero. I'd go out with my brother, who's very good at Thai even back then. And he could quite easily converse with people, and I would have to ask him to ask the Thai guys questions. We'd go out, we'd go and have a bit of whiskey or whatever, watch the football together, but I'm just sat there going, and it becomes boring very quickly. It's okay at first, but again, that honeymoon period, once that's gone, it's terrible, and it's very easy to just start staying in. Or, worse still, you can find yourself meandering slowly, ever so slowly, closer to the bar scene, and you can end up just finding one bar that you go in day after day just to have a conversation in English. I know people who have done that. I know people that still do that. I've almost fallen into that trap in the past where you just think, oh, I may as well go out, especially when I was single, years way before Bo. It was just easier to just go out, talk to guys in English and everything. But once you start to be able to speak Thai, it just gets so much better. It opens your eyes and ears to Thailand, and you see and hear and do many more things that you just can't do on your own if you can't speak the language. They keep asking me, how can you speak Thai? How can you speak Thai? Why? How did you learn? Where did you study? Well, I didn't study anywhere. I studied in the life of Thailand, just going out, talking to Thai people. And as the only thing I tell people to do is don't worry about getting things wrong, just say it wrong over and over again, and Thais, good Thais, will happily help you get it corrected and say it properly. Easy peasy. And, you know, just learn a few words a day, a phrase a day, or whatever you want to do, and just learn little bit by bit, and eventually you'll get there. And I promise you, it changes Thailand for you. I think you start to like it even more. Bored. Completely sick of this. That's what I want to talk about in this last point. Boredom. Now, who would ever think that you'd come to Thailand? You think you're living the dream. You'll never, ever get bored. You couldn't be further from the truth. Don't get me wrong, there are certain people who come over here, they've already got their own hobbies, they already do their own thing. Maybe they are going to do farming and that's going to be their thing, and it'll keep them busy and they'll never ever get bored. But there are just as many people who just come over here and try and continue that holiday mode, you know, which all it does is take you to the bars. You can go into restaurants, go into bars, eating, drinking all the time. And you can't sustain that. Even if you could afford it, physically you can't do it. You can't go out drinking all day, every night. Like, you know, most British people, when they go on holiday for 2 weeks, they just drink every single day. And you're so happy, it's the best time of your life. And then you go home and you just dream of coming back out and doing that over and over again. You're going to buy your house so you can go out. And it doesn't happen. You can't sustain that. There are people who do that go to bars every single night, and they don't last long. They either run out of money or run out of time. They end up dying. You can't just turn up in Thailand and just go, woo, let's go to the bars again. Of course you do that for the first bit of time you're here, but after that you've got to settle down. You've got to find other outside interests. Some people teach, some people do gardening, some people like me like photography, others just like making vlogs like this. And you find there are things to do. Golf is very popular, fishing is quite popular, and there's lots of ways to do that, but you've got to be able to fund that. It's not cheap. I know some golfers, they pay a lot of money to play golf. So yeah, boredom is a big thing, and it can hit you at any time, I promise you. It's hit me on more than one occasion. I'm not talking about, poof, just a little bit bored. I'm talking about becoming depressed as a result of having nothing to do, which takes you on a downward spiral. It's not a good thing. So really, really do think about what you're going to do while you're here. It's all very well and good saying, oh, I've got my dream house and I've got my dream wife. Great. And if you've got like a barrel full of funds where you can just travel around the country all the time, maybe that's what you do. But if you're on a limited budget, like most people in the world, you're going to find yourself with nothing to do. So before you come here, think about what you want to do. And it actually ties in with all of the other points I've made today. It talks about location. If you're going to go and live in a rural location, what are you going to do? If you're going to not learn the language, what are you going to do? If you're not going to, you know, I could go on. But it's just basically, if you just think that Thailand will surprise you over and over and over again, no, eventually Thailand becomes normal. Like anywhere in the world, it just becomes normal, and you'll find yourself getting very, very, very bored. And that, for me, is the number one thing to think about, what you're going to do. Now, if you were back home in England or America or wherever, you could just go and carry on doing what hobbies you've got. You've got all your friends. Here, you may not have any friends, or you may have just the friends you meet when you go to the bar or when they come around for food. But you're not going to have friends over there all the time. Those friends are still back home, you know. You can get very lonely, and it can get very, very boring. Not boring, but you can become bored. I think that's what I'm looking at. I'm just going to walk around here now. So yes, that is the one thing I would really, really, really consider. How to stop the boredom. Okay, so that was my 5 things that you must consider before you think about coming out to Thailand and starting your dream life. If you think about what I've said and you put some of those into practice, especially for me, the boredom aspect, if you can sort all that out before you come, then there's every chance that you could well start your dream life for sure. I hope it all goes well, and if you've got your own ideas of what you think you need to know before you come to Thailand, let me know in the comments below. That'll do for now. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye bye.